And after a speedy exit in the opening battle royal, looks like the producer's got something to say.
So obviously that battle was not going the way I thought it would. But being a producer, I get paid to do a certain job. And I flew here all the way from Montreal in order to do the job of entertaining all of you, and I feel like I failed that. So if CCW will allow me, I'd like to issue an open challenge to anyone back there willing to give me another shot. So I can give all of you entertainment, you're all promised.
Whoever it is, you're going to win.
And what a man to enter the open challenge. It looks like it is the Lord of the Manor, Paul Tracey. And introducing another man making his return to a CCW ringside area, my new broadcast partner, the illustrious... what's your name again, kid?
Gary Leahy, Brian. My name is the analyst Gary Leahy. I hail from the northest point of Cork City and I live and breathe wrestling, and I am here to call some excellent wrestling action tonight.
Right, that's all well and good, but let's let a man that knows what he's actually talking about speak here, as it looks like the Lord of the Manor has a microphone in hand.
I'm not sure who you are.
So much for a microphone in hand.
But you're obviously...
Listen, when the Lord of the Manor speaks, people listen. This man doesn't need a microphone.
Royal, fair and square, and you're a loser. But then again, we are in County Cork, so you're in among company.
Not a great reception so far for the Lord of the Manor.
Not exactly endearing himself to the CCW faithful.
Of greatness, I am the Lord of the Manor. Shut up!
Taking exception to the reaction of our fans here tonight, Gary.
And a Cork City crowd is not a crowd you want to be on the bad side of. They'll eat you alive.
Professional wrestlers to ever come out of this country. And just like you, like these people, you're not very good at anything, are you? And you're certainly not as good as me in any way, shape or form. You're a loser because let's face it, Cork, your football team are losers, your
that was just
team
our
are
fault.
losers, there's counties around
Definitely
you,
done
like
lots, Fran, I'd say.
Tracy and Waterford,
100%.
they're a lot better than you'll ever be.
Again, strong words from the Lord of the Manor, not impressed by the producer.
You know, I was a fan of his before he came out and started dissing my football team.
I give you the beating of a lifetime. Get back in my Rolls Royce. Get the hell out of this miserable county and never, ever come back.
I keyed as well as Royce backstage.
Starting to get on my good side here, Gary.
Give me your bid.
But it looks like we've got an impromptu match here tonight between the producer, the great Jordano, as well as the Lord of the Manor, Paul Tracey.
We, us Canadians, have one common with them. Sure, it's colder over there, and
Someone really loves Canadians.
Yeah. Very excited for the Canadian.
I come from the city of underdogs,
Thought you were talking about the beer.
and you're about to get some.
Well, strong words from Jordano there. Looks like Paul Tracey's about to get some.
Looks like the CCW faithful has definitely chosen their favourite here tonight. And in your first match call in the action here, Gary, I'm going to ask you for a bold prediction. Are you saying it's the newcomer here, the producer, or does Paul Tracey walk out victorious here tonight?
Well, as much as I don't like what he had to say about my football team and my county, I really think Tracey may have the advantage here on experience alone. Lock up. Look at the control of the wrist here from Paul Tracey.
Who sucks now?
And again, you say the veteran
Strong
entries
right
of Paul
hand.
Tracey, but taking time out to talk some trash to the producer and eats a right hand for his troubles.
I think he may have underestimated the producer at the early going here, but I see him getting into full swing soon enough.
Taking exception with our referee here saying he was pulling the hair, but maybe 10, 15 years ago, Gary.
Hey, as a bald man, I take exception to your comment.
As a bald man, your opinion doesn't count.
Look at this now, keeping control of the wrist again. Locks him up, rolls him through.
Sinking in the wrist lock, but again, that free hand just swinging, connecting with the chin of Paul Tracey, sending him down to the canvas.
Come on, Paul Tracey, you're better than this. You should know better than to care what the crowd think of him. You should know better than to hot dog and grandstand in front of the crowd. His head should be completely in this match right now.
Should be, but by his reaction there, looks like his mind is firmly on the CCW faithful. Backs Jordano into the corner.
He's applying a choke.
Gets referee in the 5
in
count
front of the
there.
referee here. 2 right hands to the red basket and more hot dog in the grandstanding from Paul Tracey.
Fires Jordano off the ropes, reverses the Irish whip. Tracey off the ropes. Big arm drag.
Big arm drag. Kick to the bread basket. Look at this. Twists him through. Neck breaker.
And again, the lucky upstart here in Jordano seems to be definitely holding his own, if not getting the better of Paul Tracey in these early phases. Certainly an unknown quantity here. You gotta think that may work in his to his advantage, rather.
And it looks like Paul Tracey's a bit spent here. Look at him using the ropes to hold himself up, but it was all a ruse. Paul's out gathering his thoughts.
Again, just creating some space there. You gotta think if it, again, the veteran instincts will stand to him, but the difference in age here, you gotta think, does the conditioning come into it here? Paul Tracey already trying to create some space, raking the eyes.
Conditioning might play a factor, but you don't have to worry about conditioning when you have moves like that.
You might worry about a broken hand after that chop. Jordano had it scouted, ducking under. Tracey's just sitting his knuckles across the steel post here.
And he sends it flying over the barricade right there. Paul Tracey on the floor. Jordano over
I was going to say he hit the carpet. That sounds a bit wrong.
Starting to lose my confidence in Paul Tracey a little here. Look at this.
Backed up into the guardrail. Big clothesline, and Paul Tracey wants none of it. She's we call that a Flair-esque flop.
Yeah, I believe he threw himself over the barricade just to get away from Jordano there. Pulling him back up to his feet. In under the bottom rope. Now what I don't understand is that the ref was doing the 5 count in the corner, but I didn't see him counting while they were outside of the ring.
He was doing it in his head, Gary. You know, so some things you don't always have to broadcast these things to the crowd. He knew where it was at. That was a solid 8 count. Speaking of 10 counts, look like Jordano's trying to get one started right here, raining down shots in the second rope.
The CCW crowd, as you said, firmly behind Jordano here. Clearly the crowd favourite in this one.
Tracey's coming out swinging, but punched himself out. Could be it. Make the cover, kid.
1, 2, and
2 count only for Jordano.
Paul Tracey truly spent here.
Again, what a story it is for Jordano.
Fires him off the ropes. Reversal.
Scouted by the extensive CCW scout network in Montreal, Canada, of Christopher Joyce. Coming here highly referred by our photographer. But so far, again, punching well above his weight. He could take on an Irish legend here in Paul Tracey, but looks like he's finally run into a bit of a brick wall here.
I didn't even understand how you learned to wrestle in Canada. When you wrestle with grizzly bears?
Ask, Bret Hart or any of the numerous dynasties of wrestling in Canada.
Paul Tracey strutting around Jordano here.
In Canada,
full of confidence.
Renowned for producing technical wizardry from the likes of the Hart family and, of course, the technical wrestling prowess of the Celtic Tiger, Blake Norton.
I never heard of anyone.
Not many people have. Paul Tracey just staring into the eyes of Jordano. Across the ring, just regaining his breath, goes for the cover here.
1, 2, and no.
2 count only. Arguing that it was 3.
Paul
but,
Tracey taking exception with the refereeing in this match. Look at this now, off the ropes, up.
Plus one. Oh!
Big leg drop right
going
there.
for a knee drop there, for an atomic leg drop and a nonchalant cover. You gotta think if he did put his considerable weight across the chest of Jordano, that could have been 3.
I'm just thinking about Hulk Hogan's reaction to watching this.
Spinning in his grave, or, well, hopefully spinning in his grave sometime soon.
Paul Tracey went down. Referee's got moxie.
Right then, we're doing it. We are done.
This now up in the power slam position. Paul Tracey, no, gets reversed. From behind.
Locks in the waistlock
Holds
here,
on.
sends him
Goes
off.
through. Big time
flying
goals.
lariat.
Don't you ever push me.
Again, taking issue with our referee here.
And cover
One,
two,
two.
and nope.
2 count only. You gotta think, if you didn't waste the time arguing with the ref, could that have been 3?
I think it really could have been 3. I think he's not taking this match as seriously as he should be, if I'm being totally honest with you, Brian. He's underestimating the plucky upstart, and the plucky upstart might get the better of him here at CCW.
Looks like the crowd's getting the better of him here. Screaming, just a guttural anguish coming from the vocal cords of Paul Tracey here.
The snap mirror. Paul Tracey regaining control.
Locking in a weird chin lock here, just trying to slow down the younger man. Again, take the oxygen away, take the fight out of him.
Wearing the plucky upstart down. He's trying to make Jordano wrestle at his level. Look
Or
at
at least
this,
at
look
his
at this
pace.
control.
It's torquing the neck here, slowing things right down for the tactician. And it looks like Jordano could be on his way out here. It's a limp wrist, which is something a number of us have been accused of at other times in our lives.
No, he holds on. Jordano's still in this.
For how long is Tracey again cranks down on the neck, bringing back to a vertical base? Jordano fires his elbows into the solar plexus. Off the
Off the
ropes.
ropes. Ducks the clothesline. Off the ropes again. Boom. Big forearm to the face. Boom. Big forearm to the face again.
Well, Tracey's
Let's go,
up, but he's rattled. And speaking of rattle, a shake, rattle, and roll from the producer here. Sets him up
Big
with a big
headbutt.
headbutt.
But Tracey doesn't go down.
Again, Paul Tracey, famous for his Samoan heritage.
And he goes down.
That's what happens when it's only your great-great-uncle's cousin. It was somewhat Samoan. He spent a couple of weeks there and had to leave after a somewhat
Here's a
dubious
cover.
court case.
1, 2, and nope.
And again,
The fans are
prize
even
of
with the ref
3.
here. These fans are really against Paul Tracey in this one.
Both men trying to make it back to a vertical base here. Very even back and forth match here.
This exchanging blows back and forth. Tracey and Jordano.
Shivering elbows to the jaw. One good way to dislocate a jaw or knock someone out with a flash KO, a shot to the temple. Jordano's looking stunned here, trying to feel his way back to the center of the ring.
Jordano with a strong right hand pitching the elbow, but look at that rake to the eye. That's the veteran instinct we were talking about earlier. Big forearms right there, Paul Tracey.
But again, mugging for the crowd here, taking his eyes off the producer. Possible reverse DDT. Oh, the final cut pro from the producer. That's gotta be it. 2 and
No, 2 count only. These fans begging for a 3 in this one.
Jordano can't quite believe that Tracey kicked out of the producer's final cut pro.
Look at this now, fires him from the turnbuckle. Boom into the corner,
Tracey
up and over.
over.
Kick to the gut.
Setting up for
Ripcord lariat, no, denied.
boom, big
knee.
cerebral knee from Jordano. 2 count out. Oh, 2 only. You gotta think, does Jordano have anything left in the locker here? Looks like he's hit him with everything he's got. Both men slowly making it back to their feet.
He's throwing everything at him, but Tracey continues to get up.
But what an impression this youngster's making on the CCW faithful here. Again, not the most
Jordano rallying
impressive
the
showing
crowd,
in his
gets stopped.
Oh,
Big
pushing
kick
the
to the
ref out of the
bollocks.
way.
Snaps that
Right in
head
the mat.
right into the mat. Ripcord. There's
This
the
time he
lariat.
hits it, and that's gotta be it.
Cover. 1, 2, and 3.
And Paul Tracey gets the better of the producer. Here tonight, the CCW fans not impressed with the tactics of Paul Tracey. But again, the veteran instincts and you may say underhanded tactics. But all that matters is that it's Paul Tracey, the Lord of the Manor, with his hand raised here tonight. But take nothing away from the producer. Not the most impressive showing in the Battle Royale first thing here tonight, but he left absolutely everything in the ring, taking on an Irish legend in Paul Tracey.
I don't know if I'd call the tactics underhanded as much as I'd call them intelligent. He won the match, didn't he?
Kicked him in the balls, Gary.
I didn't see that. Neither did the ref. That's what matters.
It was the upper thigh. But again, what a showing from this newcomer here tonight at Revolution 6, the 6th anniversary of CCW, marks the debut of Jordano, the producer.
Yeah, Jordano left it all in the ring, and you got to be proud of his performance, regardless of the win or loss.
And CCW's faithful showing their appreciation for the efforts of the Jordano, the producer, here tonight.
Now back to the life of ice hockey and Tim Hortons.
Not bad life.
Not a bad life at all. Except they drink Molson Canadian over in Canada.
Apart from that one fan screaming earlier, that's about the best reaction that's ever going to get.
I'm the Dutch Gold guy myself.
Not surprised, Gary. Not surprised.